So today we're going to be talking about anxiety and unhappiness and how they relate to microdosing psilocybin. My name is River D. Knight and welcome to Microdose U. I'm sitting in for Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave just recently got back from Japan and he's got some jet lag and he just needs to relax and take a little bit of R&R and all that stuff. So he told me to please sit in for him. But we got a really important episode today, darlings, because we recently sent a little survey or a poll or something like that out to all of our members and said, what do you want to talk about on the next live meeting? What's the most important thing to you in your life right now? What do you want to fix? What do you want to see get better? And the overwhelming majority of our Patreon members said, we want to talk about anxiety and unhappiness. So we did a live meeting last week and we had great attendance and we talked about anxiety and unhappiness for about 1 hour. Some people spilled their guts. Some people talked about some things they've never talked about before. Some people just kind of sat in the background and took it all in and took notes, and however they want to do it, it's fine. But today I want to talk to you about anxiety and unhappiness because it seems to be plaguing so many people these days. I just feel so bad about that. But it seems like there's some common threads running through the people that have the anxiety and the unhappiness. And it's not 100%, darling, but it's pretty high up there. There's generally something in their life that just isn't going right. Now, again, it could be many things. I'll give you just a few examples. It could be something major, like it could be something like a marriage, a relationship, a job, financial, something going on in the family, friends, neighbors, close acquaintances. It could be anything. There could be things going on there. But it also could be something maybe just kind of like in the background, like something in your life that's going on, that you're doing, that you're participating in, that just doesn't feel like it's a match. And that's going to cause anxiety. There's no way it can't. If something's not aligned with the way you want to be living your life, but there's something in misalignment, then that's going to be weighing on you big time. And you can try to sweep things under the rug. You can try to ignore them. You can try to not change anything. Let's just keep doing it the way we're doing it. But it's going to add to the anxiety and to the unhappiness. One thing we determined at that live meeting last week is that anxiety and unhappiness are totally related. Think about this. If you've got something that you're not happy about in your life, how is it possible for you not to be anxious every day about it? How is that possible? And by the same token, if you're anxious, so a lot of times we don't know what we're anxious about, but we're just anxious. A lot of times, or most of the time, it has something to do with something that we're not happy about. So in this episode today, I want to try to at least address the unhappiness and the anxiety and get you going on the path that's going to lead to you living a life that's as close to 100% lifestyle as possible. Now, I know nobody's perfect. Nobody's 100%. Even Dr. Dave, he was in Japan and he had some craziness going on there for a little while. It made him anxious. But he knows the steps to take, darling. He knows what to do to alleviate that anxiety. And what he did in that case when he was in Japan, he got himself out of some of the difficult social situations he found himself in. And there were some crazy people trying to get into his life, and he just got rid of them. Because life is too short, darling, to be spending time with people that are giving you the negativity. Life is too short. You want me to repeat that? Life is too short to hang with negative people or negative events, negative things in your life. You might have a job that just every time you go in there, it just doesn't feel right. But what do? You just keep going back in there every day, taking the abuse. Because you say to yourself, well, there's nothing else I can really do right now. But Rivdy Knight is calling bullshit on that. There's always something you can do to make a change. Making changes might not be easy sometimes. In fact, A lot of times change is very difficult. Dr. Dave often talks about the changes he went through in his life to get rid of the bad stuff, the bad energy, the stuff that he wasn't aligned with. And a lot of it was uncomfortable. But on the other side, it gets much better. So I'm going to ask you to do this. Not even a big thing. It doesn't have to be leaving a relationship right now. It doesn't have to be changing jobs right now. I want you to do this. I want you to identify one thing in your life that is causing you even just a little bit of negativity. One thing. You know what it is, darling. I don't have to tell you. One thing. Identify it. And by the next episode, I want you to get rid of that thing. I want you to stop doing that thing, whatever it might be. It might be somebody a friend that you're involved with it. Every time you talk to that friend, there's negativity. Well, you can wish that friend farewell, say goodbye, I wish you no harm, but this just isn't working out for me anymore. So I want you to identify something, and let's promise by next episode, darling, if it's causing you the anxiety that I think it's causing you, you're going to tell me you got rid of it. Now, how does the microdosing fit into anxiety and unhappiness? Getting rid of both of them, anxiety and the unhappiness. How does microdosing fit in? Well, darling, I'll tell you something. It fits in perfectly. The psilocybin rewires the brain. The brain starts looking at things in a different way. And little by little, sometimes it happens quicker than others, but little by little, you start feeling better every single day. Now, but what we say here, though, is you can be the best microdoser in the whole world. You can be perfect at microdosing. But if you're not doing the work on the side to get rid of the bad stuff, the bad energy, the stuff that's not working with you, the stuff that's not on your frequency, if you're not trying to get rid of that stuff, you can be the best microdoser in the world. The psilocybin is only going to work to a certain point. So you've got to do both. You've got to microdose, and you've got to do the work to get rid of the bad stuff, darling. You've got to promise me you're going to do that. Take this seriously if you've got the anxiety or the unhappiness, because again, they go hand in hand. Live your life the way you want to live your life. Don't let other people or even society dictate the way you should look, the way you should feel, the way you should dress, where you should live, what type of car you should drive, the type of jewelry you wear. Don't let anybody else dictate that. You are the one that chooses how you want to live. As Dr. Dave always says, I am in control, which means you are in control of your life. Now let me give you a little tiny example, honey. Look at me, river denied. Some people might say, that's stupid, that's immature. Look, what is he or she or they, what's he trying to do? Looking like a fool, making a mockery of this entire thing. What does he think he is? River denied. But I'll tell you this, if you think on that level, you're only seeing it on a certain level and you're not looking deeper into this entire life thing. My point is, I've gotten to the point in my life where I can do anything I want and I don't really care what anybody else thinks. If I'm foolish, if I'm stupid, if I'm immature, if I look like a whack job, it doesn't matter to me because I'm doing what I feel like doing in my heart, darling. And that is a recipe for no more anxiety, no more unhappiness, ever. Because when you get to the point and it doesn't matter to you what other people think of you, you've won the game. And the microdosing, well, the psilocybin, they're teachers. Those little mushroom things, they're little teachers. They'll teach you exactly what to do, how to move on with your life. They teach you exactly what you want to know. And yeah, you don't have to do any large macro doses. Some people are saying you got to do these large heroic doses. Well, Dr. Dave just did an episode, I think it was probably 2 episodes ago. You don't have to macrodose. You don't have to do heroic doses. Little by little, every day, or, several times a week, little by little, it's going to rewire that brain. So you get to the point where you've got extreme happiness And it doesn't matter. We know they say sticks and stones can break my bones. I know there are probably a bunch of people out there that say, what's he trying to do? It's foolish. It's immature. But I say to them, let me ask you something. What is your anxiety level? What is your unhappiness level? Because you're looking at someone right here who's got no anxiety and no unhappiness. So people can make fun of whatever they want, darling. But I'm telling you, River Tonight knows what's going on. In order to unravel this entire anxiety and unhappiness thing, you've got to live your life. You've got to be yourself. You've got to be you and nobody else. And don't let anybody tell you how to live, how to look, what to do. You are the one that makes that decision. But I still say you got to get rid of the negativity in your life if there is any. And I bet there is a little bit, or maybe a lot. I bet there is. Reverend Tonight knows what's going on, darling. Now, I want to get real personal with you for a second and real serious. If you haven't joined Dr. Dave's Patreon group, what are you waiting for? I want to tell you something. There is nothing else like this on the planet. Dr. Dave, about 2 years ago, it's taken a while to develop this the way it is right now, but he started this little Patreon group. Yeah, it's a paid group. Yes, darling, you got to pay a little bit. You've got the money to do this because it's life-changing. There's nothing else like it on the planet. We've got a community of people from all over the world, mostly North America, mostly the United States, but from all over the world. We got Europe, we got Mexico, we got Australia, we got people from all over, and everyone is like-minded. Everyone wants to feel better every single day, and most people are struggling with the anxiety and the unhappiness and a lot more. So what we do, it's a community. First of all, we tell you where to get the right medicine and the best medicine, because otherwise you're dealing with people that you don't even know much about. You don't know if you're getting ripped off or what's in your medicine. We've got trusted sources that we deal with, that we recommend. Dr. Dave is not involved in any way with them financially or business-wise. He just likes them and recommends them. That's all. Dr. Dave doesn't make any kind of commission when you buy the medicine. He just recommends the 2 trusted sources that he thinks are the best. Now, past that, we've got the WhatsApp group. It's a WhatsApp chat that's going almost 24/7, dear. If you ask a question, you've got an answer, because there are people there that are always chatting and talking and helping other people. It's a really kind community. There's no judgment. There's no bad people. We get rid of the rotten ones if there are. It's very rare. It's very rare but we get rid of the rotten ones because we don't want that in our community. We want people that are only there to participate, help each other, and you can sit in the background. You don't have to. You can just relax and see what's going on. There's no requirement. Even if you attend a live meeting, which, by the way, we're doing the live meetings once a month now, you can sit in the background on the Zoom and don't even show your face if you don't want. But of course, the more participation, the better. But I'm telling you, there is no community in the world like this Patreon Microdose U community that Dr. Dave created. He did it for you. There's only so much that we can say on this podcast right here. It's for the public. It's for public consumption, darling. And when you're doing it for public consumption, you have to be very careful about what you say. YouTube, Apple, Spotify, they don't like it if you say too much about microdosing. But in our Patreon group, private, it's a paid group, we can say anything we want. And by the way, darling, it supports the show. It helps the show because Dr. Dave spends a lot of money out of his own pocket to help people all over the world feel better. Yes, I say out of his own pocket. He does this because he loves what he does, and the microdosing has helped him tremendously, and he just wants to continue to help people all over the world. He doesn't have any ego. He doesn't think he's better than anybody else. He just wants to help. So that's why he developed this Patreon group, and it's a little bit of a paid group, and it does help financially with the show, and you'll get more than you ever paid for, because again, $12.50, it's like, what is that, 2 or 3 cups of coffee a month at the Starbucks or something like that? Come on now. This is life-changing, and I'll say it one more time. There's nothing like it in the whole world. I promise you that. So the links are always in the show notes on Dr. Dave's website, microdoseu.com. It's microdose with a little U on the end of the microdoseu.com. And you go right there and you'll see Patreon. Join Patreon. That's the way to do it. We want to see you there, darling. I'm there. I'm hanging out there sometimes. You might not know it because sometimes I come in disguise, if that makes sense. But remember, psilocybin does help you with anxiety and unhappiness. You have to do the work alongside of it. I'm sorry, I've said that several times because there are going to be some of you who don't believe it and just try to take the psilocybin every day and think that everything's going to be better. But no, darling, you got to do the work alongside. I wish it were easier. I wish it were easier. And some people tell you how easy it is and you don't have to worry about anything. But here we tell you the truth. We speak from our heart because we want you to feel better every single day. Remember, that came from River D. Knight. That's who I am. And I feel good about myself. And I don't care if anybody is judging because I got to the point now where my life just flows. And you want to get there too. I'm sure you do, dear, right? So come on, join us over on Patreon. Let's get rid of that anxiety and unhappiness and anything else that you've been just dragging around in your life and you just want to get rid of it. We all want to feel better, and we do, and we will. I hope Dr. Dave's jet lag is going to be better so he'll come back next week. There's no guarantee because Dr. Dave is Dr. Dave and he does his thing. But I think he'll be back next week. Remember, Dr. Dave has an episode every Wednesday. Every single Wednesday for the past several years, he's been putting out episodes non-stop. And our good friend and faculty member here at Microdose U, Dr. Denise Moret. She's a doctor of psychology, and she is very well versed in the plant medicine space, if that's what you want to call it. But in other words, she knows a lot about magic mushrooms, psilocybin, LSD, microdosing, and more. And she's got an episode now that comes out every Sunday on the same channel. So don't miss anything. We're here for you, darling. We're here for you. I really hope to see you over on Patreon because that's where all the work and all the success is taking place these days. It's the best community for this in the world. We'll see you next time. And as Dr. Dave always says, you are valuable. You matter. You matter a lot to Dr. Dave. You matter a lot to me, River Denight. You matter a lot to Dr. Denise. You matter a lot to everybody here at Microdose U and in Patreon. That's why we want to see you there. Till next time.